Okay, everybody, how's it going? Welcome. It's time. Howdy. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more grinding today. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger. Oh, there we go. How's it going, y'all? I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Yay, it's Friday. It's the beginning of my work week. Yay. So yeah, I got that to worry about tomorrow. But then after that, yeah, it's the dawn of the final week. We've got some magic stuff on the way. Obviously, the stream is gonna take a little bit of time for things to arrive. So we're not gonna be doing the magic box break or anything like that. The pre-release night, but you know, it's gonna be fun going to my first pre-release in a while. Downloaded the app. I've got it ready to go. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see. I'm kind of nervous about it. We haven't really played in a very long time, so it could go well. It could go very badly. But I think it'll be fun. At the very least, I'll have something to open that night. I've got some pre-order stuff that I'm going to pick up, but I've still got a few other things that I got to wait for in the mail. So, you know, it'll be sitting on my shelf for a couple of days, just teasing me a little bit. But if you have not seen, the entire card list is up and it's super exciting. I am very, very happy. I mean, like, I would say like 90-95% of it I'm super excited with. There were a couple of odd choices with a lot of it. I know there's a few people complaining about, you know, some of the representation with some of the games and that kind of thing. But I think overall, I think a lot of Final Fantasy fans are probably very happy with it. It's just kind of, you know, getting down to the nitty gritty of, you know, who got in, who didn't get in, why did they make certain choices, that kind of thing. And personally, I'm the kind of guy that's like, I don't really pay much attention to like what the bottom left text says, right? Like they show you which game that it comes from down in the bottom left, but there's a lot of cards, like especially like job equipment cards or, you know, certain other things like oh hey, the world map is a card, right? And oh, that got, you know, 14 representation or something like that. But like all the games have a world map, so, you know, just because they chose to draw it as 14s, I'm just happy that like the world map as a concept is in the game, right? Like I guess they could have just changed it around and put a different title down there or whatever, but overall I'm very happy with most of it. Little sad about no main set twins. I was very, very hopeful that we would get Alphino and Alizé. You know, I don't think we needed A tier and pre-win as a mythic card. I would have much rather, you know, had that slot taken for something else. And, you know, I don't like to disparage artists or anything like that, but, you know, the art on the Commander deck versions of them, I mean, it's okay. But I really wanted like one of those woodblock prints of those two. But, you know, them's the breaks. We got a lot of other really, really good art cards out and about to kind of keep us occupied for a good while. I'm going to be scouring a lot of lists and that kind of thing over the next couple of years, trying to round out some of my favorites. So yeah, overall though, very excited about it. And yeah, we will be doing a box break stream the old hand cam stream that I'm gonna have to spend like 2 hours trying to figure out the setup for because I don't have a lot of space. But we'll make it work. It's gonna be fun. So look forward to it. Yeah, that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Outside of that, you know, we've got a lot of things on the list for the next couple of weeks to play. But you know, the past couple of days, it's just been kind of, I don't know. It's just been like one of those mental fog kind of days, right? Like there's a lot of things that I want to do, but I don't really feel like I've got a lot of time, and there's other things that need to be done. You know, today was laundry day, so it was like trying to fit in a stream with all of that. And yeah, it was just it was a night where I just kind of wanted to come in and just kind of hang out and chill and not worry about having to pay attention to too much story or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get back to like Expedition 33 and FF9 next week. Tonight it's just going to be us. We're just going to be chilling and hanging out. That's really, that's really all that I had the mental capacity for most of tonight. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. There's a couple of things that I still need done in here. We might do some gold grinding or something like that. I still need Oracle. As you can see, I've got Berserker unlocked. Berserker's a lot of fun. I really like it. It's kind of a meme, but it is kind of silly. Really strong. You know, it's definitely, it does the damage, but you lose control of yourself for 10 seconds. So it's definitely a Berserker. So I've had a lot of fun, you know, playing that, but Oracle is the last of the drops that I need. And then outside of that, it's just a lot of gold farming. Gold is kind of hard to farm. One thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is that you can definitely kill some of these lower level guys and still get gold from it. So, you know, if that's a little bit easier, you can switch over to Cannoneer or something like that and probably be okay. They still hit pretty hard, just like everything in here does, but it might be easier than trying to chain a bunch of, you know, level 22, 23 mobs or whatever. So, you know, kind of keep that in mind. Right, and get that. Ah! And now we'll Berserker mode it. So yeah, this is kind of what we're doing until some CEs pop up. But I am 20. I've got one job completely maxed. Got my Ranger maxed out. So outside of that, you know, it's just trying to get this back on track, trying to round out the rest of Berserker, and then kind of go from there. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Maybe Time Mage, or I could finish Bard. I've heard Bard is just, it's okay, but it's all utility, so it's like kind of boring to level. But overall, I've had a lot of fun with it. There's a couple of things that I think, just like any field exploration content is going to be, that some people just really don't care for. But there's other things that I think they've really improved on. You know, I like the layout of the zone. I like that you can go out and explore. You know, just to have a good time, just rounding things out, right? You don't have to worry about, you know, getting attracted by like 50 different mobs just trying to move 2 feet outside the front door, right? I really like that. The CEs are a lot of fun. I think the mechanics are definitely interesting. There's a couple that I'm still not very good at, to say the least, but overall pretty good. You know, one of the downsides I think is the Atma grind. It's very uneven. I actually went out and just ground out regular fates for some of the last couple that I needed. I needed the Vertigious, which is like the very bottom left of the map, kind of where the big story CE goes, right? I'll show you here in a second. But there's only like 3 fates that spawn down there, and it's pretty rough. So yeah, I got sick of it down here. I got sick of it and just went down to what's the zone? Not Urkelpacha. Yeah, there we go. It's Kazama Uka. Yeah. So I just went down there and did everything in that area. The drop rates weren't great. They're definitely not great, but I feel like overall the time spent, it probably evened out, considering how long I would have had to wait for those fates to spawn here in the zone, and then hope that it actually drops one of the pieces. So yeah, but I've got my relic weapon. I don't have it equipped right now. It's not quite as good as the one you get from Tomestones right now. But eventually, you know, it's the relic weapon. It's going to have a cool glam and everything with it at the very end. So, you know, nice to get it done. And the other good thing is that the Atma grind you only have to do once. You don't have to worry about it after that first time. So any of your alt jobs, anything like that, you're good to go. All right, what do we got here? Crawling Death. I don't really need that one. Right now, it's just I'm just completely gold brained right now. That's really all that I'm looking for. It's so much gold. It's like 1,600 or something like that. If you want a job. All right, there we go. I'll go ahead and rage. Yeah, I think it is very funny that it's just your basic melee. So it's like you're unleashing your primal beast within, and then I'm just like bonking him with the rapier. It's very silly. But yeah, it's really not too bad once you get a hang of the mechanics of a lot of the critical encounters. You kind of get a feel for when you can pop it and when you can't. Yeah, chaining, like I'm seeing people in chat talking about chaining. The actual chain mechanic, as far as I could tell, does not increase my gold output. If you want to increase your gold output, get Thief. That's really the way to do it. Get Thief or play Ninja. But I was getting more XP, and I was getting more experience. But when I was down there, I really wasn't really getting a whole lot of extra gold out of it. So, you know, seems like it evens out about the same. Yeah, the mobs down here, if we want to go and try and grind out some of these, I think they give like 10 pieces, something like that. Yeah, you know, now that I'm 20, you know, it unlocks a lot of things. But I have noticed, you know, I haven't done the Fork Tower yet. None of the instances that I've been in have really had enough to try it. I've heard it's really, really hard. You're probably going to need like a group for it. But I've noticed some people in Discord saying that like other streamers and content creators and that kind of thing have been in their zones and like telling people that randos aren't allowed inside. And that if the Fork Tower goes up, not to try getting into it because it's specifically for their group. Don't pull that shit. Sorry, that's an asshole move. Not only is there no way to enforce it because it's completely randomized RNG based on whoever actually puts in their little cipher, right? But it's just an asshole thing to do, you know. So if you're another streamer, don't do that. Don't be a dick. Like it's not hard. If anyone tries pulling that shit, I'm gonna waste a cipher on purpose, even if I die 2 seconds into the dungeon, just so that they have to deal with a rando. But outside of that, I haven't really heard a whole lot about it. I haven't really seen too much news in terms of like if anyone's gotten it down or anything like that. Last I heard, there was a couple of groups that had gotten to like the final boss. But I haven't heard about like a full clear. I don't know anything about the rewards. It's kind of a complete black box for me. We'll see if I end up doing it. I really wanted to do Baldesion Arsenal. I still haven't done that yet. It's just a lot of planning. Like I don't join random discords or anything like that if I don't know the people that's already in it. So yeah, starting fresh when everyone is kind of new and doesn't know the mechanics seems, I don't know, a lot more enjoyable to me, even if it's going to be really hard. Oh no, I'm going to die here. Oh, I didn't die. Hey, look at that. Nice. Yeah, C7, and I almost died versus getting 3 or 4 pieces from the mobs upstairs that are like level 3 and really don't have any, don't scare me at all, right? But yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of fun. It's just, you know, they could adjust some of the drop rates a little bit for some of this stuff. I think not necessarily the Atmos. I feel like, you know, okay, that's a relic grind. They're going to make it kind of a pain no matter what, after all the complaints with the last one. But stuff like the jobs, I don't know. It feels like the job rates are really, really low for something that's kind of like the main selling point of the whole area, right? Like I've done On the Hunt quite a bit. That's the one that drops the Oracle. It's the Lion Rampart that's right here, right? I still have not seen it. And yeah, it's kind of weird. It seems very, very uneven. But you know, I had decent luck with the other two, I guess. Maybe it's just my RNG personally, right? All right, there we go. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna get blasted here. He's gonna do the AoE. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it out in time. That's fine. That's the joy of Res Mage. There we go. Even if your cure is not that great. There we go. All right. Nice, nice. Ooh. It should end it. Here we go. Yeah. No, 7/9. Not really a ton. I mean, it's slightly better, but I don't know if it's really worth it when you know, consider the time to kill and all of that. Let's actually head up there. We'll see if anyone else is putting in for a slot. This is the weather that you need to activate the cipher, so we'll go take a look. I'm not expecting much, but it might as well. You cannot change jobs once you get in, from what I hear. So we'll end up maybe switching over to Ranger or something like that. I've heard there's a couple that are going to be just like super required. Apparently like Chemist is going to be like super OP. All right, I'll head on up. And they're taking their time on Crawling Death. It is nice that most people seem like they've got a lot of the mechanics figured out. So most of the CEs really aren't too bad. There's a couple that's just, it's a lot to keep track of, and you'll probably go down at least a couple of times. But for the most part, I haven't had any groups that have, like, failed or anything like that, right? Yeah, there's no way. There's only 2 people. Not happening. Oh, we can hang out and wait. You know, you cannot predict the weather for the Aural Mirages. The Skywatcher doesn't know it quite yet. So there's really, I don't know how long any of this lasts or anything like that. Ugh. Yeah, you know, I hope people have been having fun with it. It's nice to have a nice new, like, kind of long-term content thing. Obviously, I've been burning through it, but, you know, that's fine. Ugh. Yeah, outside of that, it's been this. I've been having some movies and stuff on the second monitor. Just kind of vegging out, just trying to find something to focus on. I just don't know what the deal is. I'm having a lot of issues with getting vBridger to work the way that I want. Like, it'll track my body and stuff just fine, but it won't track my eyes. And so I'm just like staring at you, staring deep into your soul. Anytime I try turning it on, I probably got to rename some stuff. I'm guessing that's what it is, but yeah, no luck so far trying to get it to work. Like I mentioned a couple of streams ago that most of the actual like keyforms and stuff have not been too bad. I've got all of that stuff done and can get the rest figured out pretty quickly. It's just, yeah, it's having to do math and all kinds of stuff to get vBridger working is just, it's not going well. And I haven't really found a whole lot of tutorials that kind of get into the weeds with the actual parameter adjustments that I really want. I'm sure there's a couple out there, But I haven't found them yet. But granted, I've had a lot of other things that I've been working on too, so you know, there's that as well. Ouch. Ouch. Only two. Only two. That's pretty rough. I mean, it'll change over the next week or so as more and more people get to 20. You know, you not only have to have enough people at 20, but they all have to be in your instance, is the other thing. Balmung's got at least a few instances going at any given time, so, you know, who knows if it's the proper one or anything like that. You need 16. I don't think we're going to get it. I'm guessing the Mirage lasts for 2 hours. Or it could just be like a random amount, but yeah, see, there we go. But you do get your Cypher back, so it's not like, it's not the worst thing in the world. All right, we'll try and try this guy. Come on. There we go. But yeah, like I said, it's been kind of a weird week, more than anything. It's one of those weeks where like, okay, I really need to work a lot more, and really try and help grow the channel quite a bit. Which, by the way, like and subscribe if you want to help grow the channel. Watch us here on the old YouTubes. Subscribe over on the Blue Skies. But then you get that paradox, right? Where it's like the more that you work, the easier it is to get burned out. And it's not like I get like it's not like I get like super burned out. But I do get tired. I mean, I'm still human. I have to sleep as much as I wish that I didn't have to sometimes. So yeah, you know, it kind of hits this vicious cycle, right? Where it's like you want to stream and you enjoy streaming, and I don't think I ever stream when I'm not enjoying it. But you also want it to, you know, be entertaining and be the quality that you want it to be. No one wants the sleepy streams. Unless that's like specifically what the stream is all about. Get to hear the old morning voice sometimes, right? So yeah, it's been a week of trying to find that adjustment. You know, I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying Expedition 33, but I think maybe, I don't know, it could be one that I end up having to cut. As much as I would like to finish it on stream, it's also one of those kind of games where you really have to sit down and pay attention to it for at least a few hours on end to really get the most out of it for the streams. So it could just end up being a situation where we might have to put that on the back burner, or you know, just forego it completely, and I'll just finish it off stream so we can focus on other things that are a little bit more in tune with what we do here on the channel. I mean, we play a lot of JRPGs, but doing 2 or 3 at once it's a bit much. It's a lot of streaming, especially when you've only got a couple of hours at a time, right? All right, so this one I will probably die. Lion Rampart is not easy. It's just the mechanics aren't really super hard. It's just a snapshot and gets really weird at certain places. So yeah, we'll take a look. There's a lot to pay attention to, and they're not super obvious a lot of time unless you're really paying attention. All right, no healers. This should be fun. Let's go. All right, but we got 3 res mages, so we'll do what we can. So yeah, it's just, you know, I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Who knows? We might still end up doing some more of it here on the stream, but just kind of spitballing, kind of trying to think of some things to do that'll, you know, switch it up a little bit, but also give me enough time to kind of focus on some other projects that are in the works at the moment, right? It's very hard to do it with a JRPG, because really, I mean, we've done a lot. We've done a lot here on the stream, of those kind of streams here on the channel, and like to really make a lot of progress, you got to put in, you know, a few hours at a time, which can be very, very hard sometimes, right? Yeah, you know, fitting them in after work and that kind of thing. All right, here we go. All right, so for this one, don't use your Berserker Rage until after you see Fearsome Glint start going out. That way he doesn't, like, turn on you, right? There we go. So now we can use it. Yeah, because he likes to turn around a lot. I've gotten bopped a few times. Pap, you know, using Rage, and then a Fearsome Glint goes out. Okay. Here we go. I think for this one, people try moving with the things a little bit too much. Just wait until you hear that that second tick go out, and you'll have a better idea of where you need to be. Because it ticks 3 times, right? Yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah, you can already see that the DPS is much better than it was a couple of days ago. People are really getting a handle on not just the mechanics, but they're just better about using their job actions. There we go. Because, yeah, the job actions are really, really powerful. They are almost always worth putting in a putting in place of one of your normal slots. All right, I see here. I did not see which one was the safe one, so I've just got to rely on everyone else, which does not always go that well. There we go. I'm gonna assume this one, but probably not. Hey, look at that. That was just luck. That was me getting lucky. There we go. Sometimes it do be like that. Yeah, augmentation of stone. Really got to pay attention. All right, so this one you need to see which one goes red first. So in this case, we've got to look for the line AoE first, and then the others will go. There we go. Sometimes it's the line, sometimes it's the circles. You don't really know until it starts. There we go. Oh, wow, we got like a really nice safe spot here. All right, go ahead and pop Rage. All right, Shockwave is really good because it's going to do a lot of damage. And then I get stronger the more damage that I take. Yeah, there we go. Nice. It's probably not the most efficient rotation. I'm overcapping mod and stuff like that, but it's fine. We're just vibing, right? We're just hanging out. All right, so over there is going to be a safe spot. You can see where the orbs are. Those are what get covered up and eventually become bombs. You got to look for the rocks that do not have an orb inside. Yeah, it's a very, very quick cast. So if you're not paying attention right when they go out, you're just kind of screwed. Here we go. Nice, nice. Fearsome Glint, maybe? No? Okay. Get Red Mage Buddy here up. There we go. This should be the last one we have to deal with. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. Go ahead and start procuring myself for the Shockwave in a second. Yo. I get some people up. Work on that old that's fine. They'll be okay. They'll get it. No, don't heal me. Yeah. Yeah, some big deeps. Here we go. Very nice. Very nice. Man. Still no Oracle. What the heck, man? I have done this, I don't know, 20-something times now. I still don't have Oracle. And I've heard Oracle is really fun. But yeah, and it doesn't seem to be tied to whether or not you can get through without, you know, getting hurt or anything like that. Seems just completely purely RNG. Yeah, it's rough. But yeah, they really need to adjust the drop rate on some of the job stones. For me personally, that is a lot more annoying than the Atmos stuff. Yeah, all right, I guess everyone's leaving. Okay. All right, I'm doing that so I can start getting a little more XP. Oh, wrong way. There we go. I mean, I guess we can go down here and try it. Like 9 to 10. I just really don't know if that beats out the time that I can do like several of the smaller guys, right? Let's take a look here. Yo. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, time-wise, this is just so much faster than trying to deal with chaining the 22, 23 guys. I can get multiple of these done in about the same amount of time as it takes me to kill one of those. So, like, gold piece-wise, yeah, it probably evens out. Near as I can tell. I mean, the easiest way to do it is to get into a group. But I honestly, I don't know if it's just Balmung or what. I have not seen that many gold farming groups popping up. Most all of them are like for CEs and then they go away. Then we just reform the same groups again for the next CE, right? All right, yeah. 3 to 5. All right, let's try you. Come on. Okay. All right, what do we got this time? I'm right next to it. I guess we can do pots. Why not? Since we're right here, sure. Get a couple heals off and then rage. Yeah, I'm fine, buddy. Don't really need any help. I'm okay. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hop in here. But yeah, I did, you know, I have been going out a lot this week too. Just to kind of like clear my mind, try and get some ideas. It's been really nice. We had a couple storms last night, but aside from that, it's been pretty nice spring days before the swarms come. So go out, get on the trails while you can. But yeah, you know, it's been nice getting out and walking. It's been a couple of, I don't know, I'd probably say a couple of miles each day. We've got like just a really interesting trail that they made a few years ago. And it's like all flat. It's all paved. It's not like I'm hiking up a mountain or anything like that, right? But it's just such a weird trail because it starts in the middle of town in our park. And then it like goes all the way out past like some like subdivisions that are like kind of out there. And the next thing you know, you're just like in the middle of some fields, but it's still this like really well curated path in the middle of nowhere, just surrounded by farmland. So yeah, it's been a nice little break to get out and get some sun and try and help with that. the whole staying awake thing. Getting the vitamin D that I need. It won't be nearly as fun once the bees and all of that start coming out. But thankfully, they haven't been too much of an issue yet. Yeah, give it another month or so, and it's just going to be swarms of mosquitoes everywhere, and that's going to be a lot less fun. But yeah, I mean, it's been nice just getting out and seeing people, because it's been pretty busy, at least in the park. Once you get out into the farmland section, there's a lot less people. But yeah, I don't know. I really only get a chance to like see people and be out and about when I go to work. And then I have to be in customer service mode, which I hate life, right? Try this again. Which is not really ideal. Not really what I care to be doing. But yeah, it's been nice. Maybe I'll find, you know, maybe I'll find a witch or someone like that who's out on the trail too and just looking to talk. Maybe that'll start something, right? All right, well, I guess I'm doing the solo. All right, that's gonna suck. Okay, it's not an easy one to do solo. I mean, I can do it. All right, but I gotta keep on top of my own heels, I guess. All right, where are we going first? Really, this one, it gets a bad rap. But it's really, I think, one of the easier ones. It's just, you gotta pay attention to which direction all of the automatons are facing. Because that's gonna determine where the line goes, right? But like the explosions there, they're a lot smaller than you would think, right? So like you've got clearance to finish off your melee combo and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Here we go. Back here. The main issue that I have with a lot of this stuff is that I lose track of where my mouse is. I hate losing track of my mouse. There we go. I hit that. That should be a fair amount of damage. Yeah, especially since I've like really got to like manually click all of my there we go. I can't really use my rage. Okay, we're going that way. Go. I mean, you can put them on your hotbar, but I've had a lot less luck doing that because I'm pretty full on all of my hotbars right now. If we're being real. Yeah, we can rage on these guys. I don't think I've ever seen any of these fail, so we should be all right. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, now we gotta focus. We gotta go into focus mode here, because I genuinely can't see a lot of things going on right now. I guess it would help if I turned off nameplates, but who does that? Why would I do such a thing? Barely. Gotta greed. I gotta greed. Where's the other one? There we go. You kind of learn the patterns too. And you got a couple that are, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Stay over here. What else we got? I can heal. I probably should have waited just a second. There we go. Got a deadly blow off. All the bodies. All right, I guess I can do that. I guess I can work on that a little bit. I think the chemists might have like some splash heals going on. from what I've been able to tell. All right, what's next? Where are you sending us? Okay. Yeah, they don't even go away for this section. There we go. All right. See, we got this. Really, the thing that's killed me more than anything else is getting distracted while I'm trying to res people. That's really the most dangerous part for a red mage. Actually, we're probably pretty fine where we are. Yeah. Those out. Go. All right, there we go. There we go. Yes. Oh, crap. Ah, it's on cooldown. That's all right. We'll be okay. Pop it. I got time. 10 seconds. We can do it. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. I can heal up a bit. All right, where to? Where to? I can't see. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit by one of these. Yep. Yeah, it was a good run. It was a good run while we lasted. Okay. I mean, what would really help if they DPS'd? So we actually got these down. Step too far. Step too far over. It's fine. I have D-leveled out of 20 at least once. It does happen. Like, it would have been nice, I think, if, I guess really any time you res or like go back to starting point at 20, no matter what, you D-level. I guess that's kind of the point. What do we got? Anything? No. All right. Well, back to it. Back to the Sharkies. I do like that they added a new version of MathBot for it. If you haven't done the economy turtle, that's a thing. It took me a couple tries to figure out what was going on. I didn't look at any guides or chat or anything like that. So it was just purely vibes. And yeah, once I figured it out, what was going on, I had a pretty good laugh. There we go. Oh, that's right. I got res sickness. Oh, crap. Okay. All right. I gotta wait a bit. That's why I'm dying so quick. I was like, why is this thing hurting me so much? For Cure, you're not really doing anything right now. We'll be honest. You're kind of useless at this point. All right, this is tougher than any of the 20s we fought. That's all right. It'll be coming off cooldown here soon. Rage. There we go. See, look at that. 80,000. Come on. Hey. Hey, there we go. Yeah, farming up 1,600 coins. Not looking forward to it, but I really want at least one of the jobs out of there. I think we're going to try going for Thief first, just because I've heard that it is really good for gold farming. Seems like it'd just be the way to go, and then everything else will be easy after that, right? Come on. You got this, man. You can do it. Yeah. Yeah, that res sickness makes a big difference. I feel like I don't ever really notice how much of a difference it is these days, because every time I ever have it, it's like in a raid or something, right? Yep. I mean, if he wants to gold farm with me, he can. Just send out the old invite. I'm not that scary. I am a VTuber, which is apparently very off-putting to some people, but nothing to be done about that. So the other nice part about this time of the year, and this is new this year. This is new to my area. I've talked a lot about the crickets that live in my walls, all right? Well, they've been replaced. They've been replaced by the croaking of frogs. Much more welcome. I hope they stay. I have not seen a cricket in my room this entire year. Knock on wood as best as I can. But yeah, so far, I don't know where they came from, but so far the frogs have been keeping them out. I do like a little froggy frog. Yeah, I got no idea where they came from though. Like, we don't really have, near my house anyways, we don't really have like any bodies of water or anything like that. It's just been, I guess, rainy. That's really about it. Yeah, they're very noisy at night, but it's not as annoying. Like, I don't mind the frogs because it's not like super shrill, right? And generally there's a pattern to a lot of frog croaking. With crickets, it's just kind of like, it's very shrill and piercy, and there's really no rhythm to any of it. Frogs just kind of do their thing. So it's like, I can actually sleep when I hear frogs around. Not so much with the crickets, especially when they get in your walls and everything starts echoing and stuff. So yeah, that's been a nice change. I really hope they stick around. It'd be nice to deal with my first summer since I moved back home of not dealing with these things. Ugh. Here we go. God, I mean, at this rate, 1,600 means I need to kill either 160 of the level 20s or like a lot more of the little guys. I honestly don't know which would be faster, if we're being honest. Like, looking at it, okay, if I'm only getting 3 or 4 pieces, I mean, that's nearly a third, right? So maybe the time starts evening out a little bit. Here we go. The nice thing is they don't aggro you. Which CE is it even? Oh, that one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you can, like, start phase hopping if you want. Like, leave, try and enter a different instance. Maybe that would help you out a little bit if you're trying to, like, really hit up a certain fate. Okay. And maybe we'll have to do that to try and get Oracle. Like, at this point, it almost seems like it would be faster than waiting for On the Hunt to cycle all the way back around, right? It seems like the current group is taking a little bit longer. Like, the pot, that didn't go so hot. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would. Most of the people that I've seen doing a lot of that stuff have been pretty fast these days. I don't know if it's just this time of night you get a lot more of the casual players coming in, you know, trying to get their couple hours of game time in. Ooh. There we go. Oh, drink my water. Something in my throat. Ah, not nearly as much damage as I wanted. Ooh. Ouch. All right, well, I guess we'll have to do another CE unless someone else comes around. I don't really see anyone out here. It's fine. It only takes 1 or 2 CEs to get it back. And it's not like a whole lot of people are running Fork Tower right now, so, you know, whatever. That's really all you need level 24. I guess I could start buying some gear. I think it's 4,000 pieces. 4,000 silver for a 745. It's got 2 slots. Yeah, we can wait for another CE. Oh, that was rude. That was so rude. Just barely clipped. It was mostly because I was casting. All right, what do we got? I guess we can go ahead and do the coat. I don't really have a whole lot else I can use silver pieces on, so might as well. All right. Retrieve. Ouch. Do I have enough? All right, so crit's already maxed. All right, so we can just do direct hit. That's fine. I think I've got some more Stella clusters too, if I really need to go buy some. Which I still haven't done a Hardy Boiled yet. That's always an option too. I don't think I can change my glamours here, can I? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. We'll head on out. We'll reset the instance. See if maybe we can get one with On the Hunt back. I have put in a couple of tickets for another medium that did go up, so hopefully that'll be soon. Hey, there we go. All right, try a new one. Yeah, give me a good one. Hey, this one is different. I have seen some complaints that I think are pretty valid about the spawn rate of the CEs and stuff, because they are really fast. Like, you really don't feel like you have enough time to get in and like do some of the fates and stuff. If you want to do some of the like a little bit of gold grinding in between, because the CEs are really, it's maybe a couple of minutes in between each one, 5 minutes tops, which is enough. Basically, you can do 2 fates. In most instances, unless you're playing at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which, you know, we do that here sometimes, right? The old VTuber hours. But outside of those cases, most of the time these fates are going down really fast. So you can do like 2 before another CE pops up. So yeah, it does make it kind of hard to try and get it done. Ooh, I guess this instance has a griefing troll. I don't know if he's pulling early or like trying to pull onto people. I can't really tell. I do love me some drama. Especially really stupid MMO drama, right? Alright, well, let's change this back so I can get my XP back up. There we go. Hey. Alright, which one we got? Not my favorite, but that's fine. This one should just be the Garula. It's not hard or anything, it's just I'm kind of sick of seeing this one. When you're first grinding out your Atmos, it's just like this whole center section. You just get so sick of it. I don't even know how you really can grief in here, if we're being honest. It seems like it'd be very hard to do it. Like, pulling early is really about the only thing that I can think of. Oh, dying on purpose. I mean, I don't really care about that. He can sit on the ground as much as he wants. All that does is help me with my, all that does is help me with my achievement for 500 reses. Yes, we can see the scary tower, but we don't have nearly enough people to get it done. I mean, yeah, I don't really know if I would consider that trolling. If he wants to hop in and die immediately, like, that's fine. You can fit 72 people in one of these things. Like, it's not like there's going to be any issue with getting most of these down. Maybe if it was like a weird time of night where, you know, you really do have to kind of pay attention to how many you actually have in. But I don't think it's going to make or break most of these CEs. I don't know why you would do that, though. It doesn't seem very fun. Like, either losing your knowledge level because no one reses you for being annoying, or just like, I don't know, is he just watching something on a second monitor? I don't know what's up. It's just very strange. All right, well, I guess I'm doing this one by myself again. Usually I put out an LFG and, you know, I usually get at least a hit somewhere. Everyone's too busy arguing in shout chat over someone dying immediately. I don't know what the deal is. All right. Well, I'm not really in the mood for making the party myself, so that's okay. Did that a lot last night. It's not like it's really a big deal. All right, Garula, let's do this. I see you. All right, we'll wait for him to do his usual, like, there we go. Or not. Get out of the way of the tank. There we go. Are you gonna do your heave? No, there we go. Now I can do it. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done it here. That's okay. We live on the edge as a berserker. We'll be fine. I also don't know if, like, each of the jobs has, like, a different mastery requirement. It seems like Berserker might only need 3. Like, it doesn't really have anything at higher levels. But then you got, like, Ranger that I maxed out, and that's 6. All right, which one? Where's it going first? Are they gonna swarm it? Okay. Go ahead and procure while I can. There we go. Where to? Oh, that's right. It's just the tutorial mode. He only does it once. We're fine. It's like trying to hop into a normal after doing Savage for like weeks on end. You kind of forget. Okay. Usually he ends up going right. Let's take a look. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's heal up before he does another agitated groan. There we go. As much as I like the extra damage. There we go. Okay. Alright, this one, yeah, this one's the middle. Okay. Nice, nice. This should do a fair amount. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do this. think he should cast another agitated groan before he starts jumping around again. Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to survive it. Maybe. Maybe not. Might be cutting it a little close. Okay, up there. Okay. Over there. Cutting it close again. Nice. Nice. Oh god, that's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of bodies for basically everyone's first CE. This is like the tutorial boss. Okay. I can't remember if he's going to do another lightning charge. Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and start prepping this. There we go. All right, where's he going? Where's he going? Okay. Oh. Huzzah. Maybe not. There we go. Yeah, I'll just stand on the tank. It's cool. Oh. Oh, I always thought that it did like a little like tiny AoE. I guess not. Cool, now I know. I've learned something new after 7 years. Okay. Can I get there? Yeah, there we go. Safe. Safe. And all things considered, we're doing all right. Here we go. Which one's first? Where are you? Oh, there. Okay. Should be like here-ish, yeah. All right, now where? He just really likes this side. All right, here we go. That wasn't too bad. Lost my cast, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna last long enough to get like a whole lot else out. Just chase him down. If I berserk, I berserk. That's rage, baby. Come on, that's me looking at chat. That's people backseating months after I finish a dungeon. There we go. Is there, okay, I couldn't see because of the ship. All right. Oh man. Still not back up to 20. That's all right. A couple of these should do it. This one's not too bad. But sometimes it dies instantly and sometimes it takes a little bit of time. There really doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or a reason to it. Yeah, this is going to be a fast one. There we go. We'll allow it. I'm surprised at how many people die at that one, though. So sweeping, he turns around and does the cleave. And then menacing charge, he does the big AoE around him, right? But yeah, I just got to pay attention to what the cast bar says. Sweeping and menacing, that's really his only two... Really his only two things. He does occasionally, like, throw down some rain or something like that. but it's not really that big of a deal. Let's kill some plants while we wait. Get some gold coins while we're at it. It's probably more efficient for my time than doing fates at this point. Yeah, apparently if you've got Cannoneer, it just kind of clowns on everything. You just gather up a whole bunch of stuff and just delete them all in 3 cannon strikes, which checks out. Oh, it poisons me. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can deal with a little poison. Oh. Wow, that actually gave me 5. That's more than the sharks. More than the sharks up top. What gives? It really doesn't seem to be much of a pattern to who gives what, to be honest. Alright, it's just a straight AoE, so I can just do this. I don't have to worry about it like AoEing me or anything. If it's gonna cast it at all. Come on. Yeah. Alright, what do we got? Man, still no on the hunt though. How much do I get out of that? I don't really get any XP. Okay. That's fair. This'll do it though. This one's not too bad. I think this is the spirit dragon? Yeah, this is the dragon that does either the wind AoE or the line AoE. You gotta move around, pay attention to the circles on the ground. If I can get there, I might get there in time, I don't know. Now, doing this without a party, I don't know. I don't know why no one's inviting tonight. People are just they're being like that. And I see a lot of names that I recognize. Now they're talking. Now between fighting about reporting people, they're talking about Night Rain. I think it looks interesting. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but obviously I do like a little Elden Ring every now and then. But it also seems like it's a little too much for me right now. Not with so many magic cards that we gotta start saving up for, right? I don't think I'm gonna be able to buy a new game for at least a few months. Might need to pick up some more hours or something like that. The problem is, like, I can adjust my availability, and I told them that I'd be willing to do that if they would just not keep me at the cash register all the time, right? But the other thing is, I don't know if they would give me those hours, right? Like, that's the joy of retail, is like everyone's cutting the hours. You're treated like garbage. You're expendable. And yeah, it's like you're available to work so many hours a week, but that doesn't mean they're going to give them to you. We are so understaffed right now. Like, I'm very curious. When I go in tomorrow, I'm gonna ask how the Pokemon release went with Destined Rivals, because yeah, it's been an issue. It's been a really big issue, and we're so understaffed. And it's just so annoying to get in and like have people like, well, no one wants to work these days, huh? It's like, dude, we get questions at least once a week about applications. They won't let us hire them. Like they don't want to hire more staff. It's cheaper that way to just work 3 people to the bone than actually make sure that they're not stressed and have enough coverage so that people aren't stealing shit out the back, right? That's insured. They don't need to worry about that. But the payroll, oh boy, that's a problem. There we go. Let's go. Do my rage first, because then Prime will roar me and I'll have less HP. Yeah, I can use this. Okay, first one's gonna be lines. Here we go. We'll be fine back here. Here. Oh, sorry, not lines. The big circle AoE. Here we go. All right, and now we've got donuts. Friendly donuts. Not actually a big donut person. I don't like sweets that much. I'm more of a savory kind of guy. I do like it when they're custard filled. But everyone else usually gets like just the whipped cream filled. And that's like too much. It's too sugary. I like the custard. We've only got like one donut shop around here that actually makes those instead of the whipped cream. I don't get them all that often. Here we go. I'm only like half paying attention to this. That might end up being a bad move. It's fine. That's a problem for future me. The problem for the me that ends up on the ground. All right, what do we got? Okay, first one way back. Gotcha. Inside, there we go. And he's already at half, and he's only really done the tutorial for that second phase. All right, we're making good time on this one. Nice, nice. Whoop. Our crystal call. What do we got? Gonna be big donuts? Nope. Okay. Here we go. It looks like second phase should be, yeah, all the way in. Nice, nice. Okay. Oh man, this would have been a good time to use my my rage. All right, we'll go ahead and use it now. I think I should have enough time. It'll take a second for the dragons to pop out and all that. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, donuts. Man, a lot of donuts this time. I've been getting the big AoEs more than usual. Maybe it's just making up for lost time. Nope. Where's... All right, so we'll be fine here. Back. And then in. There we go. It always does one of each. You just got to figure out which one's which. So apparently these things, just for future reference, they don't interrupt anything, but they do use your emboldened stacks for some reason. So kind of keep that in mind. If you want to use your modification, I mean. If you want to use modification, make sure to do the first parts of your combo first. It's very weird that it eats those up. What do we got this time? Okay, now we can go back here. Okay. All right. One, there we go. Where's two? Okay, I see. Yeah, we got a lot of running on this one. There we go, all the way back. Nice, nice. Man, I didn't really get to use my rage all that much. Where's the fun in that? Hey, there we go. I've mastered Phantom Berserker. Nice. I didn't expect to Phantom that while we were at it. That's cool. Boss had some cool mechs. All right, so we got some people that are new to it. That's always nice. Open for gold farm. Yeah, it's definitely one of the easier ones. Being echoed by some people. Let's go ahead and turn this on. There we go. All right, what am I going to level next? I guess I can go ahead and stick with Bard. Or should I do Cannoneer? They both seem pretty good. I figure I'm further up on Cannoneer, so that's what I'll do. We'll see what a full round of cannons does. I'm not entirely sure. Like damage-wise, where we're at. There we go. Up. 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 Alright. That's a fair amount. And it's got the fast turnaround, too. It's 30 seconds for each, so you can just go down the line. Like, Berserker, it's fun, but the cooldown on Rage is... I mean, it's a full minute. It's like, you gotta be ready. You gotta have backup plan. Alright, so we're still waiting for On the Hunt. That's the golden child right now. We really want to try getting Oracle. Oh. Alright, the paralysis seems like it's going to be pretty strong. Alright, so I don't have the one that actually shares with Holy yet. I can still go down my normal line. Yeah, these feel a lot easier. They feel much, much easier than trying to do it as a Berserker. Alright. Up. 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 There we go. And I really want Oracle, though. I've heard it's very silly that you just spam Starfall, take off like 90% of your own health, right? Feels very me. Feels like my kind of thing. Up. Up. Ah, that's a lot of damage. All right, what do we got? I'll head over there in a second. Ooh, 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 we gotta hurry. We gotta hurry. All right, is this gonna be the one? Will we finally get it? All right, streamer luck activating. All right, you gotta give me your energy, chat. you gotta help me out. I'm the Lord of Dreams, but some dreams elude even me, right? This is currently my dream. Doing On the Hunt over and over. Not getting my my job stone. More of a nightmare, really. I will say, though, like, it's not a bad thing if you want to just do fates and ignore the gold stuff and just do silver pieces, because it is a lot if you want to try getting the full round of gear. I mean, 4,000 a piece for the entire left side. Yeah, that ain't cheap. That's a lot of silver. I mean, granted, I'd probably have most of it already, but I had to buy the ship. I had to buy the big ship. All right, are we going to have enough here? We're really cutting it close. Maybe choose your target. There you go. Nice. He's just passing out. I don't know. Poor Ghost doesn't know where to go. All right, let's see. So for tagging, it's like based on how much damage you do. So people who do more damage are more likely to get things from it. I don't know if it's first hit. Like, that's how it used to be. I don't know if they've changed this since then with the other field encounters. Field exploration, sorry. I keep forgetting the official name of like all of these kind of zones. Field exploration, that's right. It does sound a little cooler. All right, you got 5 seconds, guys. I don't think Zaya and Duststorm are gonna make it. They tried. It's been just a little bit too long. All right, well, I've got a healer this time. Maybe that'll help out. Oop. Okay, and dark. Yeah. DPS-wise, I don't know for bosses what's really going to be the best. It feels like it's doing more DPS overall. And also, I can control it, which definitely helps. You know, with the whole staying alive thing. All of them being regular cooldown stuff. I kind of like it. It makes it feel a little bit easier for my rotation, especially when I'm moving around a bit. I'll do shock cannon, why not? There we go. Here's some glint. Get out of the way. But yeah, I am curious what it's going to be like once some people actually start doing Fork Tower. And, you know, people start looking at some of the strats and what's required and what's not. It feels like Thief or Ranger is really important because of the traps, right? I guess there's a lot of traps in there. There you go. And then obviously Chemist, because it can raise while ignoring the debuff, where you can only raise so many times, right? Only Chemist can do it. Like as a red mage, I cannot res inside the zone, from what I understand. Obviously, I haven't done it yet to try anything, but that seems to be the way that it's going. It seems like it's going to be really hard. Kind of like BA. Okay, so right where he's standing is actually a safe spot. Got it. It's good to know. So, circles first. Oh, there we go. Ooh, barely. Barely made it out of that one. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, oh. Oof. Oof. A little spicy. I was gonna get smashed there. Yeah. All right, what do you got? Roundels. All right. We got this BS again. All right, so we're actually like right in the right spot. That's fine. We can deal with that. It's just a lot of like fire raining down upon us. There we go. Okay. Just remember it's this left one. Okay. Nice here. Yeah. Look at that. We're gaming. We're jaming. Man, he's taking a while to go down. Also, I guess I did get hit by something. I don't know what. I feel like I've dodged almost everything. guess maybe one of the roundels got me. Oh, no. This is bad. There we go. Oh, that's real bad. Okay. You know what? I'll just get hit by everything. Why not? Okay, there we go. Safe. Oof. And up we go. Alright, a couple more cannons should do it. Come on, I want the Oracle Stone, please. Please, I'm begging you. Then I'll be done with all of the CEs until I die again. Give me Starfall, let me end myself. We could all be so lucky to go out in such a blaze of glory. Nothing. Nothing at all. God, I've done this one probably 20 times now. Oh, that's rough. That's real rough. I don't know what the deal is. Well, we tried. Quiet day for chat. If you're putting your energy into that Friday night, that's fair. I don't blame you. If I had friends, that's what I would be doing. All right. There we go. Well, I think that'll go ahead and do it for tonight. I don't know. I wanted to stream something. Just get some things out of the head for a little bit, out of the mind. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. We didn't have any luck tonight, but you know, hopefully that just means we're saving it for next week when we open some magic packs, right? Well, 2 weeks from now, I guess. But yeah. But that being said, you know, I'll be working all weekend, but we might fit in something Sunday night. We'll just wait and see. But I hope everyone has a good weekend. Yeah, thanks for coming and giving me a little company for a little bit. It's been a weird day. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's just been a very weird day. But that being said, stay safe, sleep well. I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.